Welcome back to the weekly news roundup. This is the business and the SillyVille. You guys got to stay around for SillyVille. There is some weird crap going on in the world. I'm telling you, 2022 is going to be weird because just based on the silly articles we're seeing. But first, we got to get into the business news. First, just an update here, a couple updates. AT&T and Verizon back down with the FAA. The FAA is like, if you put these things up, we're going to start crashing and bombarding small planes into all your towers, okay? And so AT&T and Verizon agreed to Gestapo tactics and decided that they're going to delay 5G for a little bit of research. Well, that's good. Now you're going to make the 5G lunatics happy that we're pausing to do a little bit of research. So, a little update. Anyway, public service announcement. If you happen to have an ASUS Maximus Z690, be warned, there is a warning that will cause them to burst into flames. So if you do happen to have that particular board, go ahead and have a look over at the website. The articles are all linked down below. So you can go ahead and have a look over at the website and see what you can do. And I believe it's either a recall or something you can do about it. Basically what happens is there's an issue on one of the capacitors that will cause the board to overheat and possibly burst into flames. So just be aware of that. All right, now on to the basic news. Another really, really stupid lawsuit over trademark, probably worse than the Doom one. Snap is suing the trademark organization, the U.S. Patent Office, for the word spectacles in its smart glasses. So Snap has these smart glasses called the spectacles, and they think that they should be able to patent the word spectacles. So we'll have to go back in time and prosecute Benjamin Franklin for his regular use of spectacles, I guess. So basically they filed a patent with the U.S. Patent Office. Patent Office is like, hey, everything's fine except you have to use a different name. And they're like, no, we want the name spectacles. And so now they're suing the U.S. Patent Office because they want the name spectacles. Despite U.S. Patent Office is 1001% correct here, the word spectacle is so general, so broad, and so used in society, you can't trademark it. So Snap, stop throwing a temper tantrum like a little 5-year-old and change your name. Because the rest of us United States citizens don't need to be paying for your stupid lawsuit that is frivolous and nonsense. By the way, don't buy this crap. All right, next, John Deere, they break new ground. Haha, good one, CNET. They break new ground with self-driving tractors you can control from the phone. You don't even have to be in the thing anymore. You used to have to be, like, you could set the tractor in self-driving mode, but you still had to sit there. So you're reading a book or running people over while you're watching TV shows on your phone. Whoops. Sorry, homeless guy in Tempe, Arizona. But the new tractors, though, they don't even need somebody there. Now, they don't have the entire farming process done, but what they can do is the initial tilling process. So you set the tractor up, it has its GPS, it has all its functions, and it will go through and it will plow the entire field. So, of course, this thing's like $500,000 and it reduces the amount of people you need to work. So factory farmers, here you go. Mom and pop shops, sorry, you guys are going down. So this is a huge benefit for big companies. Of course, John Deere also is at the center of not allowing you to fix your own tractors. All right, you got to pay us inflated fees to send somebody out in 6 months to fix your tractor. Sir, but my crops are going to go bad. Well, sorry. It says why old tractors are generally worth more because you can still fix them, and farmers generally prefer the older tractors. All right, so again, it doesn't do the entire process, but it does do all the tilling parts, and it will do it fairly well, apparently. So there you have it, guys. Factory farmers get yet another tool, self-driving tractor. Get those overpaid workers off the field. I mean, you can't pay them $10 an hour. Got to get them off the field. The tractor will do it themselves. All right, from the phone, of course. And a Japanese university loses 77 terabytes of research data following a buggy software update. 34 million files got deleted from the supercomputer due to a backup error. This is an HP computer. Another reason I don't like HP, I guess. HP did take 100% responsibility. They're like, oh crap, this is going to suck. Basically, it was a bunch of researchers were using the computer to store things. HP pushed out a software update, and the thing was supposed to go through and verify backups, and it did not. And backups did not properly go, and the disk became corrupted during an update process. And so there you have it. HP admits 100% responsibility in the incident and issued a letter of apology published by the University. They said a modified script was issued in its update to improve visibility and readability. In other words, hey, now the computer technicians understand what the proprietary software is that HP just pushed out. Whereas if they had had that source code open before the people ran it, they probably would have spotted the errors. The university has since suspended the backup process as it looks to make improvements and add preventative measures to deal with such incidents in the future. In addition to mirror backups, what they should have been doing a while ago, the university also plans to maintain incremental backups once it resumes the program later. So there you go. Friendly reminder, backup. But if you do fail the backup, you probably have not lost 77 terabytes of research data. Well, you can help support the channel with my affiliates. Today we are highlighting Pro Writing Aid. This is an excellent tool if you are writing anything from emails to books like I write. Using the affiliate link tlm.li/PWA, you will save 20% off of a yearly subscription or a lifetime subscription. And then the monthly subscription is $20. There are also several free services that they have on their site as well, so you can play around with some of those to see if it's good for you before you would purchase. So anyway, have a look over there, tlm.li/PWA. Let's go to SillyVille. Well, in SillyVille, we do have an update. We did cover the story last time. The Nevermind Babies CSAM lawsuit against Nirvana is dismissed by the judge. The judge ruled that, well, first, he had a 10-year statute of limitations on his case that is well over. Secondly, though, they said, well, you've profited off of being this baby. He's even done adult video shoots of him doing the same thing, completely naked in the swimming pool chasing dollar bills. He's done photo shoots for that. He has Nevermind tattooed on his chest, and being that he's in a swimming pool naked a lot, that is something that people have seen, and he signs Nevermind album covers. For all these reasons, the judge dismissed the case, although he did say that you can refile with amendments by January 13th. So by January 13th, he can go ahead and do that. Oh, I forgot to turn on my SillyVille banner. I'm sorry, guys. My apologies. All right, second article, sorry. It's time to party like it's 2002 because apparently we missed it. Nobody saw this one coming, but there was a Y2K22 bug. And the Y2K22 bug apparently was a big thing. It caused a lot of problems. Acura and Honda cars knocked the clocks back 20 years by the bug. I'm going to ask my friend has a Honda. I'm going to ask him if his car did this. But owners of older Honda and Acura and Honda vehicles marked the year by visiting 2022, consequence of a bug affecting the car's clock. So with the onset of it, customers began reporting on various online forums that their dashboard displayed clocks reset to January 1, 2002 when they restarted their vehicles. At Honda, fixed clock issues 2007 to 2011 CRV. So America with nav systems has a clock date issue since 2022. So apparently this was a big deal. And, I'm not sure how you're going to get this guy resolved. I'm not sure if you can manually move up to there. But, you guys just, you got fun stuff going on. I mean, that's just your clock car. So what? Except Microsoft had the problem in their email and it disrupted worldwide email. Y2K22 impacts Microsoft Exchange, disrupts email worldwide. Rookie programming error crashed servers because they couldn't process the year 2022. Microsoft released a fix for it that shut down on-premise mail delivery around the world just as clocks were chiming in the new year. So you can see what was going on. Basically, it just didn't know how to process the new year. So, oh boy, yeah. This is what happens when you fire your QA team. Well, a Japanese gaming company is tackling that whole sports injury with a hand massaging tool to prevent against eSports injuries. I mean, I know football players get concussions. I know baseball players, you can get like, you can get your backs out of place, particularly your pitchers. They can get so much stronger on one side of their body than the other. It contorts their back. Tennis guys, they got tennis elbow. Those esports guys, though, man, they deal with carpal tunnel. We don't want to deal with that. So this Japanese gaming company has a new product aimed at massaging your hands so that you can get back to your gaming, so we can reduce esports injuries around the world. I know that's a big, important deal. All that hard video game playing is just murder on the body, which you say that jestingly and jokingly, but there's actually a number of things. Yeah, you can get carpal tunnel. You also, though, can get what it's called gamer's leg, I think. Literally, if you're not moving around enough and you stand up, you can get blood clots in your legs. You can stand up and it gives you a heart attack. So yes, young gamers do actually die if you don't stop and take some time to exercise from time to time. So as jesty as the article is, because it's hilarious, we have a hand massager to prevent those dangerous esports injuries. There are actually several different medical conditions related to overplaying video games. Go figure. All right, guys, now we get into the point where I wasn't sure which was more absurd. So we might have to do another poll. And I'm going to go ahead and set it up now. Which is more absurd? What is more absurd? A Fitbit for Fido or terrestrial goldfish? Because this smart collar wants to be an Apple Watch for your dog. Invoxia's smart collar was one of the few to track canine respiratory and heart rate. I'm going to warn you Catholics out there, because the Pope just came out this week and rebuked you if you put more credence on your pet than you do to having children. Just an FYI. As much as I don't necessarily agree with the tenets of the Catholic Church, one of the doctrines of the Catholic Church, unless you are in the ministry, unless you are in the priesthood, it is your duty to have children and to have a family. Okay? And there has been this rash wave of young people who get pets instead of having children, and their pets become their children. The Pope has warned you against that. And this is just a symptom of these times, because now you can get the Apple Watch for your dog so that you can know and get an update on your phone whether your dog's respiratory rate and heart rate is functioning as normal. We have reached decadence, people. That is the second time I've had to say this week. Yes, we have reached decadence because we are now getting smartwatches for our dogs. This is a new kind of stupid. Until I read this article, scientists, they actually spent money for this. Fortunately, no federal government for the United States money went to this, although some of you guys may have paid for this. Scientists train goldfish to drive a fish-operated vehicle on land. What? What is going on here? So what they did is they put the fish in a tank. Then when they got too close to the one edge, it would roll the tank. So that they could kind of see their progress. And then they can put the fish in the vehicle, and the vehicle is roaming around, and they try to figure out how to train the fish to go through different obstacles. Now, pics or vids or it didn't happen. I read the research. I couldn't get the full research article. I read the summaries and extracts and things like that because you have to pay for the article. I didn't want to pay for the article. This is crazy. But basically, the goldfish are being trained to go places on land. What? All right. So in our live chat poll, which is more absurd, 33% of you said Fitbit. Well, 29% of you are saying Fitbit for Fido. And 71% of you are saying that terrestrial goldfish is more absurd. I mean, I guess being as I put the terrestrial goldfish as our feature article, I would probably have to agree with that thing. I just think that I thought that this one would be closer. I mean, when we did on the previous video on the weekly news roundup, we did Taco Bell versus Walmart. That was more of a 50-50 split. I was kind of expecting a 50-50 split, but more people are saying terrestrial goldfish is more absurd than Fitbit for Fido. For you guys not watching live, let me know in the comments down below, what is more absurd? Putting a goldfish on a land roving vehicle or monitoring your dog's heart rate and breathing? I'm at a loss for words, guys, so I'm just going to finish this out by saying you can help support the work over on Subscribestar, subscribestar.com/switched-to-Linux. Join us on over there. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Thank you for watching this video from Switched to Linux. This channel would not be possible without the backing of the program supporters scrolling on the screen now. You can be a supporter at Patreon at patreon.com/TOMM or at thinklifemedia.com. I also want to thank the open source community who creates such excellent software that makes producing this show possible. Please remember to support your software communities. Thank you, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux.